The table gives some data from a newspaper survey. People were asked to choose one of the listed Sunday papers they prefer to read. Draw a pie chart to show the findings. So we need to draw a pie chart to show the findings of this newspaper survey. Alright? First thing I want to ask is, how many persons took part in the survey? Obviously we have to add up those, don't it? When we add them up, we're going to get what? 400. 400 persons took part in the survey. How much degree is in a circle? 360. So my pi is what? 360 degrees. Every piece of information up there says it's going to get a piece of the what? Of the pi, don't it? How do we determine how much of the pie each person gets? Here's how we do it. Sunday Times. No. How many persons prefer the Sunday Times? 75 out of how much people? 400. Out of 400. So that is the fraction of the entire group that likes the what? The Sunday Times. And is this of what? Of 360. It's that fraction of the 360 they're getting. If you work this out, you're going to get 67 and a half degrees. So Sunday Times, which is 75 people, is getting 67 and a half degrees out of the what? 360. Stay with me. News of the world. This is 135 degrees. Can I just share you how I got 135? 150 is 2 times 75. If you double the data, you must double the angle. If you double the data, you must double the angle. So 150, 2 times 75 is what? 150. So you have to multiply 67.5 by 2, you get what? 135. Stay with me. The Sunday Mirror. They are what? 100 out of the what? 400. Which is a quarter, can you see? Of 360. So this is what? 90 degrees. So we can put in the others, Observer. And what? Sunday Telegraph. You tell me, the Observer getting how much? 45. Very good. See it here now? 100 is being represented by what? 90. A half of 100 is what? 50. Is represented by a half of 90, which is what? 45. Now, 25 is a half of what? 50. Now, 50 is represented by how much degree? 45. So 25 is represented by how much degree? Is represented by 22 and a half degrees. Alright? So sometimes you don't have to work out everything. Sometimes you can reason it out. If you double the data, you must double the angle. If you half the data, you must half the angle. Now, we're told to represent this on a pie chart. We're told to represent this on a pie chart. Here's the first thing I would do. The first thing I would do is I would put a dot. That dot is representing the center of my pie chart. Then I would open my compass to a suitable radius. Now, there are some times when the examiner tells you what radius to use. If he doesn't, you have to make a judgment. 1 and 2. You are making a judgment, but please remember, you're going to have to write in your pie chart. So therefore, you have got to choose, you have got to draw a big enough circle that you can write in it. So, I can make mine a little bigger. based on the space that I have. And I draw alright, sometimes things just decide to be problem. Alright, I draw my circle. I have my circle, don't it? So now I'm not ready to finish. This is what I normally do. Next, I will draw a horizontal line. Next, I will draw a horizontal line to the left. So from the center, I draw a horizontal line to the circumference. This is my starting point. That's my starting line. Then I'm going to put on each sector, starting with the smallest one. Then I'm going to put on each sector, starting with the smallest one. Which angle is the smallest one? 22.5. Let's put that in. Can you see? Can you see that zero out here?
Yes, sir.
So let's go 10, 20, 21, 22 and a half. And I mark it. Then I use my ruler. Line it up with the center. Then I put 22.5 degrees, and that corresponds to the Sunday Telegraph. Alright. Next one is what? Next one larger than 22.5. Observer, which is 45. Is it the last line that you draw that is going to become your new zero line? Please look how I position it. Can you see? It's not my new zero. It's not my new zero. I'm going to measure 45. 10, 20, 30, 40, 45. Mark that. See if we can go all the way up with this, yeah. So I can use this instead of the ruler. This is my 45 degrees, and that corresponds to the observer. Next. 67 and a half. So I'm putting them in from the smallest angle to the largest angle. The new line that you draw must become your new what? Zero line. Line it up. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 65, 66, 67.5. Line it up. This is 67 and a half, and 67 and a half corresponds to what? This is the Sunday times. Just one more to put in. Why? Because after you put in this one, the other one automatically falls in 90 degrees. This is 90 degrees, and this is the Sunday mirror. As I said, the next one automatically falls in 135 degrees, and this is news of the world. That's news of the world.